Hi, it's Jim Grimmer from P3. I hope that you're well. It's a real privilege to be sharing at Thrive'26. It's maybe an age thing at 66. I've been experiencing some full circle moments this year, and today it seems like another one. And back in 2012, I first met Martyn when Martyn arrived in Aberdeen to be head of global strategy for Wood. I was just back from a year at Hillsong College in Australia with a vision to have business pastors. And together we met Dave Black, who at that time was working at Shell and leading Christians in the oil industry. And today we find ourselves reunited at Thrive'26. Thank you to Martyn and the Thrive team for that kind invitation to share today on the theme of integrity, honesty, and excellence, a witness in the workplace. For much of my life, I've worked in environments that many people could never call church settings. Policing, police officer in Aberdeen for 20 years, business, offshore energy, and now through P3 Business Care, corporate workplaces, supporting organisations across the UK, Europe, and West Africa. And one thing I've discovered is this: people are not primarily looking for Christians who are loud, they're looking for Christians who are real. In today's workplace culture, whether in offices, factories, hospitals, schools, offshore rigs, or boardrooms, people are surrounded by pressure, uncertainty, stress, performance targets, and personal struggles that often remain hidden beneath the surface. In that environment, integrity, honesty, and excellence are not just professional qualities. They become a powerful witness, not because we preach at people, but because people experience something different through us. Number one, your workplace is your mission field. Sometimes we can unintentionally separate faith from work. We can easily fall into thinking church is spiritual, work is secular. But the reality is that Jesus spent most of his time engaging ordinary working people in ordinary places. Fishermen, tax collectors, business owners, government officials. For many of us, the workplace is where God has strategically positioned us. Not accidentally, purposefully. And often the greatest influence we will ever have is not from a platform, but from a desk, a workshop floor, a Teams call, a coffee break, or a difficult meeting. Apostle Paul writes in Colossians, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as if working for the Lord. That changes everything, because excellence is no longer about our egos. It becomes worship. Integrity is no longer just professionalism. It becomes discipleship. And honesty is no longer merely a personality trait. It becomes a reflection of Christ. Number two, integrity is most visible under pressure. It's easy to talk about integrity when life is straightforward, but integrity is revealed when nobody is watching. Pressure increases. Targets are missed. Conflict arises. Shortcuts become tempting. I've sat with leaders carrying enormous pressure. I've sat with employees struggling privately with anxiety, addiction, marriage breakdown, grief, burnout, while still turning up to work every day pretending everything is fine. And one thing people deeply value is consistency. People trust those whose private character matches their public image. In the workplace, your integrity may be seen in how you speak about people when they're absent, how you handle confidential information, whether you admit mistakes, whether you treat junior staff with the same respect as senior leaders, and whether you stay honest when compromise would be easier. Integrity builds trust, and trust opens doors that titles and authority never can. I've often found that people who would never attend a church service will still open their heart to someone they genuinely trust at work. Number three, excellence is a spiritual principle. As Christians, excellence should not produce pride. It should produce credibility. Not perfectionism, not burnout, but stewardship. When we consistently deliver quality work, people listen differently. Leadership notices, credibility grows, opportunities increase. Daniel in the Bible was a remarkable example. He served within a secular government that did not share his beliefs, yet Scripture says an excellent spirit was found in him. Why? Because he was trustworthy, dependable, wise, consistent. He didn't separate his faith from his work. His faith shaped how he worked. And today, in a culture where trust in leadership is often fragile, excellence combined with humility becomes deeply attractive. People may debate theology, but they struggle to argue with integrity, kindness, and consistent excellence. Number 4, the greatest witness is often compassion. In the work we do through P3 Business Care, we engage with hundreds of employees across businesses, including many with no faith background whatsoever. And I've learned something important. Before people care what you believe, they want to know whether you genuinely care about them. Sometimes the greatest expression of faith in the workplace is listening well. Notice that someone is struggling, being present during crisis, treating people with dignity, bringing calm instead of panic, encouraging rather than criticizing, carrying hope into difficult environments. The modern workplace is full of hidden pain. Many people are exhausted, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And often, what opens the door for deeper conversations is not preaching first, but compassion first. Jesus consistently demonstrated that. He saw people. And in workplaces today, one of the greatest gifts we can offer is simply being people who truly see others. Number 5, faith at work requires courage, but also wisdom. Living out faith at work doesn't always mean standing in a chair and preaching to your colleagues. Sometimes it means quietly maintaining your values, praying for wisdom before meetings, refusing gossip, choosing forgiveness, acting ethically when compromise is normal, and being secure enough not to join every unhealthy culture that is around you. And sometimes opportunities naturally arise where people ask, what is different about you? And those moments matter. Not forced, but authentic moments. The workplace today doesn't necessarily need more aggressive voices. It needs more authentic Christians who combine truth with grace. So as I finish, I want to encourage you with this. Never underestimate the influence of a faithful life lived consistently over time. You may never stand behind a pulpit, but your workplace can become one of the greatest ministries God gives you. Every conversation matters. Every act of integrity matters. Every moment of compassion matters. Every decision to pursue excellence matters. Because people are watching far more than we realise. And often the clearest picture of Jesus someone will ever see is the believer that they work beside every day. Thank you.